across the country to Washington Monument. A stake bed truck. You know what a stake bed truck is? It's this flatbed truck with these things. You put the fences along the side of it, and then we covered it up with a canvas. And we had, so no one could see us. And we had like, I don't know how many people. We were in the stake bed truck, and we drove across the country. And we would sing all day long, and we would read Father's words. We didn't call it Hundoke, but we'd read Father's words, and we'd pray. And at nighttime, the men would sleep with their heads on one side, and the women would sleep with their heads on the other side, and our feet would be crisscrossing in the middle, you know. So we were just literally crazy for God. That's what we used to call it, crazy for God. And it was just a really precious time of my life. And I just really, and I really didn't understand the divine principle very well. I would go to workshop, and I would say, yeah, these are nice ideas. Yeah, we got to live for the sake of the family, for this, blah, 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 blah. But then, when we went to 7-day workshop in Boonville, eventually they asked me to be a group leader. I said, oh, what am I going to do? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about, you know? So I would just, since I played the guitar, I could always start a group meeting with a song, and I could kind of bring the spirit there. But I was always a very good listener. I realized the power of listening, so I would always, after the lecture, we would get in our group, we'd sing a song, and then I'd say, what does everybody think about the lecture? And then I said, let's just go around the circle, and then every person would share if they wanted. I just listened to everyone, you know, I just listened with my sincere heart. And as they went around the circle, it would just draw God's Spirit into the circle, just by listening. And then all of a sudden, I started to understand the principle. You see what I mean? So that's when I had to be responsible for the new guests and things, I started to understand the principle. And I think, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll just get up in the morning and I'll just pray for everyone in the group. Just pray really hard. So I did that. And I became a pretty good group leader. And so that was really a wonderful part of my life. So Boonville was just the greatest. And then, of course, Mark Unger joined. He's my spiritual son. He was a musician. And Joshua Cotter came, and he was a jazz musician like me. So even though I didn't meet him, they put me with him to take care of him. We could talk about music and play together. And Joshua and Mark became such great songwriters. God just used them to write all these songs, you know. So it's just amazing the way God works step by step to accomplish His will. So anyway, I'm really grateful to be here and to have this chance to share. Thank you very much. In 1992, I was matched and blessed to my wonderful wife, Mayumi. She's very shy. She's very shy, and it's been a long road, 25 years. And marriage is restoration. You have to think of it as restoration, not heaven all of a sudden, you know. But step by step through faith, her and I have become pretty harmonious and pretty loving.
She's a good dancer.
She's what?
She's a good dancer.
Yeah, she's a good dancer. We swing dance together. And of course, my final step here, we couldn't have any children. And then in 2004, we got an opportunity to receive an offering child from Washington, D.C., from Ernest Patton's family. You know, Ernest Patton, he was from Oakland, actually. And I went out to visit the mother, and it seemed like it was just from God, you know. And they wanted to offer it, and then after I went back home, we would try to find out where they were at, and we didn't get any phone call, and step by step we realized they had changed their mind. She wanted to offer the child, but Ernest didn't, apparently. So that kind of fell through, and then right after that, Reiko Forbath said that she would be willing to offer us a child. So I had to thank Reiko and Shigeko too, because Shigeko influenced Reiko. Again, it's always step by step on the foundation of our prayers.
Ted was involved.
Pardon?
Ted was involved.
Ted was involved. Ted and Reiko. And it was just, but they wanted to offer a child, but she wasn't pregnant. She was 41 years old. And I believe her first child, she spent like maybe 6 months in bed, or 5 months in bed, or 4 months in bed. Really difficult. So it was really a sacrifice for her. And it wasn't easy for her to get pregnant. And apparently they were trying to have another third child, but it just wasn't happening. And they made the offer to us, and the next month she became pregnant. So we always call Wanju miracle. She's a miracle, truly a miracle baby. So that's been the really one of the highlights of our life, my life. And I'm truly grateful to true parents and to all of you. So thank you. I'm great to see Megan back here today. She's our new member. And Jamil, she's our second generation who's being resurrected. She comes to the war room. So the war room, actually, when we talk about the war room with the second gen, I was so inspired by that because it's really it's a combination of the Boonville song practices, which were really so powerful. It was really the Holy Spirit without realizing it, combining the spirit of the Oakland song practice with prayer, and it's really powerful. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Rick. Wow, so isn't this good? Yeah. Hearing stories? Okay, well, now we're going to go into the second part, which is where you get a chance to share a story. So between 3 and 5 minutes, and we're going to do it, the only way I know how to do it is, I'm just going to pass this around, and if you...
I wanted to share a story about Rick.
Okay, good. So if you want to give a testimony, just write your name on here. We'll pass it around, and we'll start in about 5 minutes. So we'll just give you just a few minutes to... Yeah. You might need to encourage people a little bit, but... Okay, so... Start off here. Just pass it around, anybody can say.
Is it good? What do you want?